For the first time since World War II, a German far-right party has come first in a state parliament election. Alternative for Germany, AfD, has won in Thuringia in the east of the country with nearly a third of the vote, beating the Christian Democrats by more than 10%. They also came a close second in Saxony, a neighbouring region. We can talk to Anand Menon, who's Professor of European Politics and Foreign Affairs at King's College London. A very good afternoon from us, Professor. Can you tell us just a little bit more about the significance of where these regions are, if that is significant at all?
I mean, it is significant in the sense that the support for the AfD is strongest in what used to be East Germany. So in that sense, it's not a representative picture of Germany as a whole, but it does show huge levels of discontent with mainstream politics in Eastern Germany, because it's not only that the AfD won in Thuringia, as you said, but this new party, Sarah Wagenknecht's party, her alliance, which is a brand new party, which is extreme left, got almost 16% of the vote. So across Eastern Germany, there's a huge amount of dissatisfaction with, if you like, the political centre.
And tell us a bit more about that dissatisfaction. What policies in particular?
Well, there's a whole load of things that I think are common across the Western world. I mean, partly it's the experience of the cost of living crisis, soaring food prices. Partly it's dissatisfaction about immigration. There was a horrible knife attack in Solingen in Germany just a couple of weeks ago that was absolutely central to this election campaign, where an immigrant who reports state was a member of ISIS stabbed someone to death. And it is I think, a general lack of faith in mainstream politics and politicians that is driving this.
What have those mainstream politicians done to try and combat that? And why hasn't that appeared to be effective?
Well, I mean, there's a lot there. I think one of the issues is it's just a very hard time to be an incumbent. If you're an incumbent government that has been in power through the cost of living crisis, through the big increases in immigration that we've seen, it is very, very hard to get the attention of the electorate and to persuade the electorate that you have a vision for things getting better. In addition, in Germany, you've had a pretty ineffective governing coalition at national level. The three coalition partners have spent a lot of their time in office squabbling. And as I've said, the German economy is in a pretty poor state at the moment, and voters are looking for someone to blame.
Does it make any difference to what our current and future relationship with Germany might look?
Not directly, no. I mean, state governments don't really play a role when it comes to foreign policy. But one of the interesting things about this is both the Wagenknecht alliance and the AfD are very opposed to supporting Ukraine. They want to see closer relations with Russia. They want to see an end to the war in Ukraine as soon as possible. And the danger, I suppose, comes if their positions start to impact on the positions of the main parties, the CDU, the Christian Democrats, who will, I think, be hoping to form a government in both these states. There are some divisions in that party about how hawkish to be on Germany. And if this sort of bleeds into the mainstream parties, then in the future it could have an impact on German foreign policy, certainly.